and hello, everyone. How you all doing tonight? Here tonight, I have so far Mr. Eddie Lugo. How are you doing?
Hang in there, my man. Hanging in there.
That's amazing. Yes, so tonight we will be talking all about the differences between traveling within Canada to America.
Ooh, okay.
All the differences, like coming from taking Ubers, the flights, hotels, you name it, we're going to dive into tonight.
Wow.
So, what is one thing that you want to know for Eddie? That is the difference. And we will bounce in between you and the chat throughout, but right now, sitting only on the chat is just yourselves. So, welcome on in, of course, in the chat.
I will tell you that from my experience, the two times that I've been in Canada, I've been through the Niagara Falls side. We were in the area, me and the wife, and we decided to cross. So we were able to cross into Canada, hang around the Toronto area. Clifton Hills, I believe is the name
Yep.
of the place. And we did the needle and all that, and had Tim Hortons and took pictures and all that, and then eventually walked back into to the states. I didn't realize we have to put 50 cents, 2 American quarters, on the machine to cross the door to for us to go back in into the states. When
Yep.
we went,
And just to point out that one, I believe it's now up to $1.
okay, so I'm glad I had quarters in my pocket, and then we talked to the officers there, and I said, "Here's my passport," and they said he just needed, he didn't need to stamp it or nothing. Like, would be nice to have a stamp at least, but nothing. So we went ahead and put our 50 cents both and crossed right back in. So other than that, I have never flown into Canada yet, so I have no idea how's the system. I know it's a lot different than here. I know that, mostly everything will have to be paid in Canadian currency,
Correct.
unless they have to able to take American currency, but
Oh,
I doubt it.
we love the American dollar up here.
Mm,
Just the downside is if there's change, you gain back Canadian dollars.
yes,
So,
that we learned that very quickly. I think I paid. We went to some place and I did pay American money,
mm,
and they gave me all back in Canadian money. So, but I still took it anyway. And then we did change more money just to be on the safe side, and did a few things, bought a few other things, and then on the way back, we exchanged that money back again into the American currency.
mm-hmm.
What was the exchange at the time? I really didn't pay too much attention to it. I didn't know if I was doing a good thing or a bad thing. So because those things apparently they change a lot throughout the day. So I just went with it. So like Ali says, what is the exchange rate right now?
I'm looking that up right now. So
Okay.
one USD is $1.37,
Okay.
and if I flip it around, let me flip the numbers around.
Mm.
One CND, two USD. It's 73 to the dollar.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the current rate right now.
Okay.
But let's dive on over to the chat and welcome some people on in. Hello, Mrs. Alice Legal Studios. How you doing?
Hello, baby.
Hello. I'm doing good.
And we have entertainment and more by DJ.
What's up, DJ? How you doing?
How you doing? And welcome on in to my live stream. we do encourage channel jumping over here. So be free to channel jump between our streams. But yeah, no, with uh DJ is Alice is asking DJ if he's ever been to Canada. So let us know in the chat, DJ. But quite frequently, I do see people get upset sometimes that when they pay in US dollars,
Yeah.
they're not going to get back US currency when they're up here.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, it's like us going down there. We're not going to get back our currency. Meanwhile, you guys don't even acknowledge our currency down there. So we have to go to the US dollar. But referring to flying, when you do customs is all done on the Canadian side. So when we fly into the States, we do US customs in Canada. And then as soon as we land in the States,
You're free to go about your business.
we're free to go like our business because we're treated like a domestic flight.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
We're treated like domestic, which is pretty cool.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
not you gotta do your uh, declarance on what you are bringing into the country on both sides. Just before I lose the chat too much, I want to jump back over here and answer the question that Alice asked. Um, he's saying no, but I plan on going there eventually. Well,
Okay.
it's a beautiful country and lots to see.
Yes, it is, DJ. Yes, it is.
Um, but his mom Sammy lives up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So now you see something new too.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So yeah, like I said, you do your current customs on this side, and you have to use the machines. Now you also have the ability to do it through the app. So if you're going into America, I believe it's called CBP, or I can actually look it right up right here because it's inside my
Phone.
travel folder. What do you guys call it? Yeah, it's CBP or MPC, which is I've used it before, many times, about I would say about maybe 2-3 times, and I love it because I do the declarance all online. So by the time I get up to the desk, literally all you gotta do is scan the QR code. I might be asked 1 or 2 questions, and on my way.
Okay.
And then
How hard it's been for you to get all your stuff done? You know, let's say you're coming down for a flight on a cruise. How much time you need to prepare and get yourself ready, and how much money you need and stuff like that.
I'm not quite sure what you're trying to ask here.
Let's say you're booking a flight. I mean, a cruise.
I'm booking a cruise, okay?
You got your Bruce taken care of and everything. Now you're booking a flight to come down. You know, how early do you need to do this? What kind of paperwork do you need?
Okay,
Uh,
so
okay.
depending on who I'm cruising with,
Okay.
and that refers to the airline.
Okay.
If I'm flying with Norwegian, um, they take care of the flights for me. Hello, Coastal Waters,
That's the better half of you know, that's the sweet side of backlash fisherman who just
and
had my wife beat me up.
backlit fisherman. Hello, how are you doing? I just wanted to make sure I don't miss no questions. 3 feet, Alice. Alice backwards. Follow me. Alice is talking back. Okay, I'm all good. Yeah, so it all depends upon who's booking, who I'm cruising with. So if
Yeah.
it's Norwegian, they take care of the flights for me, and I can know up to 30 days what the flights are going to be. Now, if I'm booking with Carnival or Royal, I do the booking myself for
Okay.
the flights, and that's 321 days out. I can start booking them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Is
that's
this because you're a travel agent yourself?
has nothing to do with travel agents.
Okay.
That's just when flights start to become available. So it's 321 days out. We can start booking, and then we just pay it over time. Unless we book directly with the airline, then we have to pay instantly, and then wherever the cost is, and wherever currency it's sitting in. So that's for our flights, and then like I said, I just do the customs form online, and it's like a breeze going through U.S. customs, and then the same thing back coming through the Canadian customs. And I can do that. U.S. customs, I have to do it within no more than 3 hours before I depart,
Okay.
because it gives me a 3 hour timer. With Canadian customs, I can do it 72 hours. That's 3 whole days. I can do it in advance upon my arrival. So when I land in back up here in Canada, I walk up to the machine, I scan my passport and all the ones that are traveling with me. It spits out my ticket, and off I go. I don't
Mm.
have to answer the questions on the machine because
Okay.
I did it on the phone.
Mhm.
So literally, it just speeds up customs,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay.
which is amazing. Now, when it comes to hotels, they're pretty much all the same from country to country. You just need to do your research upon what are the good hotels and which ones aren't the good hotels. Now,
Yeah.
one of our friends, Jeremy and Cheryl, from Cruising is Fun Anytime and Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures, um, they stayed at the exact same motel that we stayed at when we came down to NOLA for the Bruise Cruise 1.0. I almost said 3.0, but it wasn't 3.0. 3.0 is mine. But for the 1.0 in NOLA, the hotel was kind of sketchy, let's say.
It was pretty rough there.
Now, the cost was on the lower end, and as they say, you pay what you get for.
Yeah.
So, what they were charging for 2 nights was about the equivalent. It was one night at the group hotel. So I went with that cheaper one because it was even literally I kind of pretty much across the road from the group hotel, less than a 2 minute walk. Now, would I ever stay there again? Probably not likely. It did its job, but
Yeah.
it was getting to the hotel was more of the challenge because it was about half hour 45 half hour 45 minute ride out.
We
So
stayed in Slidell, half hour away.
mm-hmm. What, from the airport?
Yeah. No, from the port.
Oh, from the port. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we were just on the other side of the bridge from the port.
Yeah. But
And
unfortunately, my car got broke into this time.
and
The first
that's
time no, but the second time, yes,
that's
at the
very
port.
sad to hear.
Yeah, at the port. But I got lucky that they opened the doors. They didn't break any windows, but they didn't steal anything from the car. I had nothing of value in it. But other cars that were there have windows broken and some stuff taken.
Hmm. Yeah, no. So, and then of course, when it came down to Ubers, we actually planned on, yeah, there we go. We planned on, I just dropped my link for the ones so they can connect to me also. Yeah,
Ooh,
we
Bonfires are
planned,
here too.
I mean, yeah. So just type in hashtag creator or ELS on Eddie's side, and it will drop your link. Yeah, so like we put money in Canadian dollars for when we were going to take Ubers, thinking like it was just going to do the transfer over in currency. Well, fortunately, Uber does not work like that.
Ooh.
You need to have it in the currency of where you are. So I got a hold of Uber and I told them what the situation is and what I did and what my game plan was. And they told me it doesn't work like that.
Hmm.
But they were so kind enough to me, as a courtesy, they converted it over for me. Because they could see that I had the money in Canadian dollars. So they converted over for me as complimentary and a one time deal. So that was very nice of Uber to do that for me.
Yeah.
And then by the time I was done, I think we walked off with still $100 left in American dollars to play with for our
Okay.
next time we go.
Yeah.
So when you are traveling to another country, if it's say between Canada and America, if you are going to the opposite country, buy your Uber cards if you don't want it charging your main card from where you are.
Yeah.
Because it will be definitely be cheaper to do it that way by buying the Uber cards than charging your main card, because naturally if you charge say your credit card or your debit card, chances are they are going to charge you a foreign exchange rate on top of the extra rate that they have.
That's right. Yep.
So save yourself an extra percentage, wherever it might be, not having to pay that rate, because you're going to pay the exchange rate no matter what. So
Yeah.
the cruise nuts just walked on in. Welcome on in, Mr. Cruise Nuts.
Sun nutties.
We got Mikey here. We need two more Mikeys to be up to what's the word we're looking for?
Compliance.
Compliance. So let's
Yeah,
get to
it's like I start my day with Mike, and I'm gonna be ending the day with Mike too.
we might get it, we might not get it.
You just need two mics.
Two,
Boom.
two mics, yes. But if anyone has questions in the chat, just type them on in, and myself or Eddie can hopefully answer them for you.
Yeah. So I mean, I enjoy it when we went up there to the Toronto area. I mean, on the Clifton Hills area. Got to walk to the side of the Canadian Falls. We got to walk around. At the time, I was walking better. I was able to walk without a walker and all that. So we did a lot of walking in that area. We were there, I think, what, 3 days?
Well, four, I think.
4 days in the Buffalo area. In one of those days, we decided to go over, and we did some shopping, walked around, and all that. Then once we crossed, then we went to the Hard Rock Cafe and ate there. I wanted a nice meal, so we ended up eating there, and then we went straight back to the hotel.
You went on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, the Ferris wheel in Toronto. We did, like I said, we went into Tim um,
Tim Hortons?
yes, Tim Hortons, and I got coffee. I think I did maybe a sweet or something for Alice, I know we got some candy. There's a blue moose in one of the stores. As you're coming down, we took pictures with that. Uh, Flags everywhere. We went to a few buildings. I mean, we walked around a lot. We went to the park nearby. It was pretty neat. Pretty neat. The burger came with the Frankenstein in green above the in the facade of the building. It was pretty neat.
Yeah,
So yes, we did a bunch of stuff there.
yeah.
Bunch of
No,
running around.
down in Clifton Hill, Niagara
Yeah,
Falls area,
yeah.
it's just beautiful, and I think about two, if not three, racetracks that you could jump on into.
Mm. How far do you live from there?
Down to Niagara be about an hour drive.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, about an hour
Not
and a
bad.
half drive.
North of or west or east?
I would be driving south.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah,
you're closer to less cold weather. Yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah. I'll be yeah, right. Hello, CNS Travel.
Hi, CNS. How you doing?
Yeah, yeah. We would drive down towards the south
Okay.
because we're just on the northern side of it.
Yeah, yeah. We were living in Brooklyn at the time, so we took up and went up there for a few days, and it was a nice experience to be there.
Yeah, like me and one of my friends, we were talking about actually heading over to what we call the rougher side of New York area,
Mm.
and there's a casino called Seneca.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's more of a like a rougher area, but still nice area. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong.
Yeah.
But we were talking about heading up that way one day soon, and going off to the casino and having the buffet there because the buffet there is way better than the one at Falls View in Niagara Falls
Okay.
by far and cheaper
Oh yeah, that's
and
one thing I
cheaper.
noticed. Yeah. Yep. Little it's a tourist place, you know.
Yeah,
I got lucky. We parked at the aquarium on the Niagara side, and we didn't pay for nothing, no parking or nothing. So I got pretty lucky.
well that must have been like a good long time ago
Oh yeah, oh
because
yeah. Oh, how long ago was this?
20,
Fif-
2015.
2015 or 2016, something like that.
Yeah.
yeah
So it's been
because
about 8 years, yeah, or more.
yeah because there's no such thing as free parking down there no more. You pay for everything.
So I'm glad we got to go when we did. So
Yeah, like yeah, but I know like there's many differences between Canada and America traveling. All you have to do is prepare yourself
oh yeah, do your research.
and do your research.
Yeah, and don't be putting in Facebook. What should I do? No, look it up yourself and learn the problems that you could get yourself into. Don't listen to anybody else. Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. It's cool to reach out to people and say, "Hey, what do you recommend for me to do?" And then they can throw out a whole bunch of ideas. They're not they're gonna probably ask you a whole bunch of questions so they can try and plan something out for you. But do your own research and, like Eddie says, and plan it out because if
Yep.
you have a horrible time, don't blame me if I give you the advice
Amen to that. That's right.
because I ain't gonna be responsible.
That's right.
Same thing as you got no bail money.
Yep. I got in trouble. I ain't got no bail money, so
No.
it's the way it is. And talking about that, I think that you have the Boost Cruise 3.0 will be happening October 25th through November
Yes.
1st, 2025.
Yes, on the grander of the seas, out of Port of Tampa,
Tampa.
Florida. And if you are interested, please reach out to me for more details or contact any TA to book.
Very
Any
nice.
travel agent.
3.0. Well, we technically call it like that. The first one last year in October is not really the 1.0, but it was the first one we were in. So the one this year, it's from the Eddie Lugo Studios and Alice Lugo Studios group together. And there's also a couple of other groups that we're getting together. So we, for some reason, as a joke, we call it the 2.0, meaning the second one. But it's not really the second one. So Rob kind of took on the third position. It says this is the third year of it. So it's going to be my 3.0. So will there be a 4.0? Who knows? We'll see.
We'll have to wait and see.
That's right.
Jeremy, make a 4.0.
We are planning to do today on our morning show. We talked about doing a group cruise in 2026. He was asking people in the chat to put which cruise line they would like to go in it and what port. We didn't talk about the time of the year yet, but I know that's going to come next. We'll probably mention something about it tomorrow. At the time, it looked like Carnival was picking up the pace, followed by NCL. So, and also Miami as a port was picking up speed on it. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow morning when we talk about this whole thing, again. So,
Yeah, well, I know Jeremy Sherwood were talking about the Aqua
yeah, they
out
mentioned the Aqua, but the Aqua's going to be
of New York.
someplace, yeah, in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, out of New York.
I know somebody mentioned California and all that, but I don't want to go to California. It's a long flight. It's a little bit more complicated there than over here.
Well, but at least by going to Cali, you're going to be traveling
Cali,
back in time.
Cali. Oh yeah,
You get to travel back in time.
yeah, but then you gotta travel back
But,
forward.
but then once it's all over, you got to come back to time. So
Yeah,
you
there comes
lose.
that jet lag again. Yeah.
So
So
you,
yeah,
that's when you get your jet lag.
I done that flight many times from New York to LAX, from LaGuardia to LAX, so, and back and forth. A long flight.
Mm-hmm.
You get a nice meal. I know that, but well, if you want to call it a meal, depending on what airline you're flying. So
Yeah.
usually stopping at a different
And
airport and that's when you eat.
since we're talking about airlines, let's talk about different types of airlines like Southwest and Frontier and all that. Which one's your favorite airline that flies?
My favorite airline right now will always be Southwest. It used to be JetBlue when I lived in Miami, in North Miami. Well, now that once I moved to New York and the company that I was working with, they put every flight. At least 90% of my flights were on Southwest, leaving out of LaGuardia. One or two flights were in American, leaving out of JFK. But it was very random, very last minute if it happened. But most of the time it was Southwest and the earliest flight. So that means I have to be up by 3 o'clock in the morning, downstairs by 4, get picked up by car service, taken to the airport, be there by 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, I was already flying out. Because usually, it will take a bless you. It'd be early morning flight. Then from there, I'll be stopping somewhere, who knows where, because I have no idea. I didn't book my own flights. It was done by the company. So sometimes I got the ticket 2 weeks in advance. Sometimes 3 days in advance. Sometimes the night before. This is how bad my company that I was working for when they did flights and hotels and all that. There were many times we end up going to a hotel and we get there and there were no rooms. So in that time, start driving around looking for a hotel. Oh man, it was just a nightmare. But I did fly a lot in Southwest, and what I liked about Southwest is that since I'm have a walker, and I was using I use knee braces also. Once I showed up to the counter, I told them I need to go in as a handicap, and they asked no question. They did not look at me or nothing. Right away, they gave me the ticket with priority. So as soon as they start calling in, all I had to do was wait with the elite people that were going in, and us, parents with kids, people that needed a hand getting in and stuff like that. We were all winning, and I was always able to sit in the front, in the aisle. So that's what I liked. I didn't care for the window. I just wanted to have a room to, if I needed to go to the boys' room, be able to get up right there and go and do my business.
Yeah.
And once we landed, I knew I was gonna need time to get up, get myself together, get my backpack from the top, and get out. So, and I also did it being in the front because a lot of the times I have to end up in another. I was catching another flight, and I had less than an hour to get to the next terminal, so I have to like kind of hurry up. And I'm not a easy fast walker myself, so I had to take my time getting there. There were a few times that I got left behind or and ended up losing flights and stuff. So, oh, yeah, one of those deals.
Yeah, no, like for me, like when I'm traveling within the states, it's Southwest. They take good care of their people, employees, the passengers, you name it. As long as you give them the respect,
Oh yeah,
they will take well good care of you. And I could tell you, guys, another story, but I'll save it for the next open mic. So you gotta come to my next open mic to hear that story. But it was an interesting story, we'll say.
they have a. By the way, it's always have the sale right now, 49 each way. So
Yeah, but if
in case
I'm
you figure
flying
out.
into the country, my preference is American Airlines. Just because I have some status with them,
Yeah.
and they haven't gave me no issues yet. But the
Before
moment
JetBlue, that's what I used to do. I used to fly American everywhere, then JetBlue, and then now Southwest.
yeah, but the moment the airline starts giving me issues, I say sayonara, and I go off to another airline,
Yeah,
and I'll
definitely.
build my status up with them.
Hmm.
But it takes a lot to for me to say sayonara. But
Yeah, you have more passion than me.
yeah, well, I just pack my patience
I don't. I
because
carry with me my
I
receipt.
I know during every trip that I go on, something will go wrong. For example, when I was on the Boost Cruise 3.0, 1.0, I'm thinking 3.0 because it's sitting right here in front of me.
Yeah.
One inside the chat at the bottom right now. 1.0. The moment we got to the our motel, we were grateful enough that they allowed us to check in super early, and the room key that they gave us, we couldn't get into the room,
Mhm.
and they had to come out and try to get us in. The mechanism card reader on the door was broken,
Ooh.
so they had to get that machine fixed. Then later on in that room, there was plumbing issues, so they had to move. They had to move us. And then, like I also mentioned about the Uber's situation. So it was just one thing after another after another. So eventually, once we get onto the cruise, it was clear sailings, no more issues.
Good.
except they wanted to try and double charge us for the chef's table. And we
Ooh,
went, I don't think so.
I don't see myself ever doing the chef table.
I find it to do that, and it's my own personal preference and opinion. So
Yeah, yeah,
others can think totally different, but I find if you do the chef's table, you're more likely to be a foodie person, and more want to have the experience.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
you're more into the food. I've heard great things about it. I've yet to ever do one. I hope to do one day, but we'll wait and see.
Yep, definitely.
And when the timing's right, I'll do it.
Yep. I don't. It's like me and Alice. We don't have a problem being in the buffet. We do like at least one night to go to a restaurant. Let's say that's why when we booked a cruise, it's either for a birthday of one of us or wedding anniversary or Christmas. So at least one night out of the whole cruise, we'll dress up and go nicely and go down to pay for a restaurant. And the other night, it's either the buffet during the day, or we might hit another one. Like NCL, we will definitely do Taste Saver and the Manhattan Lounge. We do all three, and we'll probably do either Moderno or Teppanyaki. For the pay dinner. And the rest, we just hit the buffet. This past in Celebrity, we went for our wedding anniversary. We left on Sunday, and then on Monday was our wedding anniversary. So we went to the Tuscan Grill, and it was excellent, excellent meal we had there. And then Friday and Saturday on the way back, we went to the Moonlight restaurant, which is a high scale, restaurant in the area, and we dressed up for both nights. So we took brought enough clothes for three nice well dressed night. So it was nice.
Yeah. And I just put in a would you rather question. So let us all know in the chat, would you rather anytime dining or set time dining?
But I will tell you that me and Alice, we like the anytime dining. We really like that one much better than the set time.
Hmm.
I remember Carnival back in the 80s and 90s when I used to cruise with Carnival. It was a set timing, and sometimes I still recall that I was not hungry, or I didn't, care to be going too early or too late. It was a different times back then. So
Yeah.
now I like the anytime.
Like on the Glory, me and my buddy were set to set time dining for early dining. We only went maybe once to it. All
Yeah,
the other times we joined up with others.
yeah.
Here's your partner in crime. Sitting you down here was quite content with you. Eh?
Yep. He's quite content laying there.
But while you were in the shower, this is what he brought up to me.
Oh, how nice.
Wow.
My dog likes to take things. Don't you? Yes, you do.
Well, Cruise Nuts and CNS, they both say anytime.
What time do you want to be up in the morning?
7:30.
7:30?
Yeah.
Do my best.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. No, for me, it definitely is anytime dining. I enjoy the most.
Very good. Yes,
Yeah,
prefer
because
that a lot more.
like I said, we bounced on other people had anytime dining, and I find it's better than the set time. Because with set time dining, this is the time that you're eating every single night.
Yep.
And what's to say
Uh,
every night that's the time that you want to be eating?
don't we have set timing with one of the cruises now coming up, or we don't?
I'm not sure.
So probably all anytime, hopefully.
All right, have a good night.
You're gonna let them out before you crash for the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what's celebrity like?
We had anytime.
Anytime?
We saw everything, right? Yes. And I'm telling you, it was. Alice says she loved it, so it was really nice. The buffet was excellent too. Many choices, not like a regular buffet. More sophisticated. Uh, Amazing amount of desserts and ice cream bar and everything. Oh man, we got cookies every night too. I'm telling you, I felt like I was riding on Norwegian when that with NCL. I mean, with Celebrity. I
Yeah.
thought I was on a Prima ship again. That's how good it was.
Yeah. I've yet to cruise with celebrity yet, but they are on the bucket list,
Yep.
along with many others.
Hmm. And we were in an older ship, and the Eclipse is an older ship, and still, I'm telling you, excellent, excellent, excellent time. And
Well,
it's Bermuda, man. Bermuda is just freaking beautiful.
what I find, it's the service that you receive that can either make or break the trip.
True. Yes.
So,
Mhm.
but yeah, no. Do you have any other questions about the traveling between the two?
Well, we talked about the currency exchange and all that, and the all the stuff that you go through. You gotta always make sure that you have your. Do you only have to have your passport with you, or do you have to carry something else?
Just the passport's good enough,
Okay. So
and of
yeah.
course, don't lose it. It'll
Yeah.
cost you a lot to replace it.
Yeah. Make sure that the last bars in your passport, take a picture of that, because in case you lose it when you're at another country, you show that to the passport officers, and they're able to track your stuff and get you back to your homeland a lot quicker. So make sure you always do that.
Yeah,
Save that picture with you.
yeah, and then of course always make sure you have at least 6 months valued in it.
Yes, yes. Don't
Because
do the like Mr. Coach that waited. Apparently, he gave it the green light, and when he made it to Australia, they said nope, because he had once coming back, it was going to be less than 6 months of leftover in his passport. So they told him nope. So I don't know what else happened after that. So I would have fixed that myself. Would have cleared my passport way ahead of time. I think there's an extra fee for expedite. I
oh
would
yeah,
have done that. I would have done that in a heartbeat before going anywhere. I want that passport clear. It's like when we go everywhere we go, we carry our passports, and even leaving the ship, I put it in my front pocket. I carry that thing religiously with me, like it's part of my body. Especially with this face, they say, "Oh, you are Latino. You're from here. You're staying." I'm like, "No, no, I'm not." So no, that's not happening. Not keeping me behind.
no, but yeah, no, like
Yeah, baby.
make sure it has the 6 months value
Yeah, yeah.
upon return, so like there will be no issues.
At all.
Because
Oh, otherwise you're wasting your time.
yeah, you're just wasting your time, and who knows what other issues you could run into.
Yep.
Yeah,
Amen to that, sir.
for sure, for sure.
So when is your next cruise?
My next cruise is in 30 days. I'll be on
Oh,
board
that's right.
with Mrs. Nerjuma Brown.
That's right. And she's counting the days too. So make it 29.
Might as well make it.
Today is gone.
Actually, we might as well make it 29 because sail away would have already happened by now.
That's right.
And chances are I probably would have already had my sail away live stream.
Yep. Mine is in October 28th, leaving out of Tampa on the Paradise. I think like very 80 something days.
No, I think you're within the 60s by now.
I'll tell you right now, in 80 days on the
80?
dot. 80 days.
I thought it was less than that.
I wish. Wish, but I'll take it. 80 days, no, it's not that bad. Then the next one, 170 for the next one. So
Well, like I said, my next one is in 30 days, it says right now. And my following one is in 71.
you got a whole bunch of other stuff too.
Hmm. So, what else would you like to know, Eddie, about traveling between the two countries?
Do you have to clear any paperwork at all? Once you have your passport, that's it, right? All you
Yeah,
have to do is
yeah.
go through the what you call it, the port when you show you. Say what? Customs. There you. Thank you.
Yep, yep.
That's all you have
So,
to do.
yeah,
Okay, just
yep,
like here.
yep.
Okay.
So that's the exact same thing that is done within
Yeah.
the Canadian ports. We clear the customs.
We have to do that in Puerto Rico, even though we're American citizens. You just gotta check in and that's it. But in Puerto Rico, all you need is if anything, your passport. But for
Oh, okay. So
you know,
so when
yeah,
you
I don't use my passport anyway, but I always carry it with me everywhere. Puerto Rico is a free for me. I could go in and out as many times as I want. I gotta have a valid ID, but I do carry my passport with me because it's more of a secure ID. So, but it's an easy in and easy out for me. I
so
don't have to do.
when you landed in Puerto Rico, you got to do customs over there.
Well, everybody has to go through it, getting their luggage and stuff, and then all you just gotta
Okay.
clear, and that's it. It's an
Interesting.
easy thing,
Interesting. Yeah, because when I flew off to Puerto Rico earlier this year, when we landed in Puerto Rico, we didn't have to do U.S. customs over there. But that was simply because we did it on the Canadian side. So I
Yeah.
guess they have a separate area.
And I just, as you're coming out, it's an easy. They just double check on your stuff, and that's it. And then you're just go get your baggage, and you're out of there. But if you're, it's when you're flying back out. If you're carrying, you have to check in when you check your bags. They do extra stuff because sometimes people carry vegetables and stuff that are in Puerto Rico, and you're not allowed to bring to the states and stuff like that. So it's called it's something to do with farm department in Puerto Rico, and it's part of the customs also. But they check for stuff like that because people like to bring food and stuff from there. So a lot of people get caught doing this stuff. So and
Yeah.
a lot of Dominicans also fly through Puerto Rico to come to the states too, and people from the islands, from Martinique and all that, San Thomas and all that, they come to Puerto Rico and then they fly from San Juan to the states. And also the ships, their cruise ships leave right there from San Juan to the Southern Caribbean, and they come back to PR.
Yeah.
Pretty neat, man. It's been a while since we last time we were in Puerto Rico was 2020. We were there for the one day with the Bliss. I got to see some friends that I had there, and then by 9 o'clock that night, we went back to the ship because it was pretty humid out there. So we were kind of sweaty, and I was sent to go back and
Hmm.
shower and relax and go get a snack or something. And we did, and we ended up staying a little longer because somebody on the Oasis, which was next to us, somebody decided to go swimming from the I think 11th deck or something. So we could not leave until the body was found, and they finally found the body around 1 o'clock in the morning. Fish him out of the water, and we finally left at 2, the port of Puerto Rico, to make it to St. Thomas the next morning. And St. Thomas is close by, so it was an easy trip.
It was an easy sail on out.
Yes, yeah. But we stayed up till late. Me and Alice. We took pictures of the whole area, seeing the Coast Guard, the police from Puerto Rico, and all that coming over and doing taking the divers and diving, going through the whole thing, and they finally. By the time we went to the cabin back, it was, I think, like midnight, and then 1 o'clock in the morning. That's when the assignment, the announcements came out saying, "We are ready to leave. We've been clear, and everybody enjoy the rest of the evening. It's all been taken care of, and we are on the road." So we were to leave, and I think me and us went back out and we watched the sail away and all that, leaving the port, and then went back to the cabin and went to sleep. And I think we got up either 8 or 9 o'clock the next morning and went down to St. Thomas and hang around, did our thing, or
Yep.
San Martin where we were.
Yep. And it's very, very beautiful sailing out of San Juan at nighttime.
It's very, oh yes, the lights and all that, and it's San Juan is an all colonial Spaniard town, so it is the colors and like you said, the lights and everything, the lights coming out from the castle, makes it beautiful up there. So yes,
Yeah.
amazing, one amazing thing. Ooh, we got that tonight. Yes, danke. Oh yes, pretty neat. It's for me, none for you.
Well, for me, none for you.
That you could have. I'm gonna have some of this.
Yeah, that stuff's no good for you.
uh, Water is better. I usually drink milk, but now with diabetes, no more milk. So I have to cut that out too. So oh well, the doctor.
It is what it is.
Yep, that's what I say. It is what it is. Let's go with the flow. Yeah, I'm there too, my man. I'm there too. It's been a long day. Tomorrow, Friday, it's gonna be another long day. But again, I will not be live tomorrow night. The Helping Hands for Cruising Marathon beginning tomorrow evening until Sunday night. So that's where we're off from our time slot tomorrow night. Well, we'll be back next Friday. All right.
Yes, sir.
Man, you look like you're ready to fall asleep.
I am actually ready to fall asleep, so I think I'm gonna call it a night
Yes. All right.
because
Cool.
I've been up going since 2 o'clock in the morning.
Ouch. Ouch.
And
And then you get up at 7:30
yeah,
on top
and
of it. So
Alice is saying that she prefers anytime dining as well.
that's right.
And I can't disagree because anytime you decide when you want to eat.
Mhm.
There's
That's right.
no set time because you could be on excursion till say 5 o'clock, and then you don't want to be rushing back to your cabin to get all dressed up, changed, showered, whatever you need to get done to be ready to be at your 6 o'clock dining appointment. Using the fact that you have early dining,
That sucks.
or even if you're in port till say 11 o'clock at night, you don't want to be rushing back to catch your late night dining. So it has its ups and has its downs to it. But anyways, I'm going to be wrapping this on up a little early tonight. It's almost at the top of the hour, but before we go, I'm going to play a little promo. Actually, no, I probably won't because you're streaming. So, because you'll probably get hit with the copy claim, whatever it's called. And I don't want that to happen to you.
Don't worry. Good night, everybody. Let me go ahead and clear then, and then you go ahead and play it. Right.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody, and hey, I'll see you around somewhere tomorrow morning. Okay. Everybody, good night, and stay out of trouble. Ain't got no money for bail. All right. Peace out. Thanks for bringing me in. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
Later.
Later. Yeah, so I will just play it quickly while Eddie is out of here. I'll just